Welcome to the 1995 NCAA West Regional Second Round in Boise, Idaho on ESPN Classic. The Missouri Tigers and the UCLA Bruins are set to tip off.
And here at Boise State University, I guess the question on the part of this sold-out crowd here is they know this is the 20th anniversary today of UCLA's last victory in the NCAA championship round. They want to know today whether Missouri can stop them. Can they?
A lot of things have to happen. Obviously, UCLA is a better ball club and great athletes. Number one, they got to make it a physical game. They got to bump up them. Number two, they can't get caught in transition. They can't ping-pong ball up and down. They must play BD. If they keep the game close by halftime, within 5-6 points, I say the Bruins tighten up a little bit.
All right, so the Tigers' chance, you heard him from Al McGuire. Now, Ed O'Bannon is a natural player of the year candidate. Many have already conceded that to him. I asked Norm Stewart yesterday, who do you play on this guy? You like to play man-to-man defense? He said, yes, we'll show no zone. We'll go with Julian Winfield. We'll try and stick him right in Ed O'Bannon's face and hope that he can do the job for us. UCLA, meanwhile, has a bit of a new problem that came up today, and for a report on that, let's go to Michelle Tafoya.
Well, Tyus said he rolled his ankle in the first game of the tournament. They've been trying to keep the swelling down. Trainers told me today he'll be wearing an air cast on that right ankle. They're not concerned about whether he can run straight ahead. It's whether or not he can cut that's the question. Tim?
All right, Michelle. Well, for the Missouri Tigers, they came out this morning finding that Derek Grimm, their starting forward, number 42, woke up with the flu. And the doctors have been working on him. He tried it in the warm-up, and he is in the starting lineup, but we'll be watching him closely. He'll be joined by Winfield, Sammy Haley, Sutherland, and Paul O'Lenny. He's their star scorer. The O'Bannons with Zidek and Edney and Bailey, the backcourt. Missouri in gold, UCLA in white. And it'll be Bruins ball off the tap going out of bounds. Just underway here. Game 2 from Boise. Tyus Edney, the ankle wrap. Keep an eye on his ankle. And the overall condition of Derek Grimm of Missouri. George Zidek, the opening shot, and he hits. The senior 7-footer from Prague, Czech Republic, averages nearly 11 points a game.
All the ball players in Europe can hit from that distance.
Underneath. Julian Winfield fouled on his first foray to the basket, and George Zidek picks up his first personal.
One of his problems, Zidek, is that he's foul prone.
Julian Winfield, a 6'5" junior from St. Louis, Missouri, transferred over to Missouri. And his father left the staff at St. Louis and moved to work under Norm Stewart. He joined him, followed him.
He was at that time, Tim, considering Kansas.
And we're tied at 2. Edney brings it up. Watched by Sutherland. Zidek under Sammy Haley hooks. He's 2 for 2. 4 points for Zidek.
Famous man-to-man defense by the Bruins. Giving Haley all he can eat from the outside.
Winfield in traffic. Does well to control it to Sutherland. Sutherland to Grimm. His short jumper off the mark, and air ball. Haley is fouled as he went up. Toby Bailey got a hand on him.
Watch the move here with Edney. One of his big things is his passing. He hits the big guy underneath. And here comes Hook.
Sammy Haley had 9 rebounds against Indiana in round number 1. The 7-foot junior from Myrtle Beach, California. You'll be seeing his twin brother Simeon. He comes in to replace Sammy. They occasionally play together, not too often.
Anybody with bad ankles, always remember, it is the vertical moves that hurt the ankle, not the penetrating moves, the side moves.
We'll be watching Edney closely throughout this one, a key performer running that offense for the Bruins. Sammy Haley makes it 4-3 UCLA. Norm Stewart showing some pressure down the floor early.
Edney a little bit too quick for Sutherland.
Bailey, watched by Oleni, picks it back out for Edney. Toby Bailey, won't drop for him. O'Bannon, Ed O'Bannon way up. Feeds his brother, he misses. And a scramble for it with Zedek and Haley both going to the floor.
That's the type of style game the Tigers want. Norm wants to put pressure back and forth. Winfield on O'Bannon. They don't want O'Bannon to get hot from the outside. He'll take out in three-point land. That's where they got a smaller man on him.
Missouri with the possession arrow got the ball. Off the jump in Winfield for Oleni. Haley outside, can't find an open man. Close checking by the Bruins. Jason Sutherland, and he hits from three. Jason Sutherland with a very bad elbow that has really hampered his play since the 18th of February. In fact, he was lifted early against Indiana by Norm Stewart and replaced by Kendrick Moore.
I'm surprised that Edney usually gets out and covers that three ball, so that ankle must be bothering him a little bit. He didn't move up on Sutherland that time.
Winfield picks up his first personal. Obviously, watching his foul situation will be important today because he's the man on Ed O'Bannon. Bailey missed everything, rebounded by Sutherland. The corner to Winfield. Winfield drives the lane, and a nice play, Julian Winfield. 4 points. 8-4 Missouri. Ed O'Bannon turnaround hook, drop for him. Zedek trying to keep it alive, and it's Winfield 2-on-1 with Oleni. I don't think he saw it. He takes it himself and scores.
Very fortunate. He didn't see Oleni on the other side. He ended up doing a 360.
Zedek lost it to Haley. Recovered by Bailey, and he's fouled. And it's Winfield. That's 2 on him early.
Watch this fast break in Missouri. Winfield held the ball too long. You should have hit right away over. There he does a 360. Should have hit Oleni early.
I don't think he saw him, Al.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Well, he's got complete control of the ball.
He's got 2 personals on him. That's a potential problem for the Tigers. It's 10-4 Missouri. Bailey makes it 10-5.
I think right now Norm will have to swing him off O'Bannon.
Bailey, a 56% foul shooter, the weakest in the starting lineup. And he makes them both.
There's the famous pressure up court. It's almost like token pressure up court from UCLA. They look for you to make the mistake.
The alley-oop from Winfield to Haley, even a 7-footer couldn't bring that down.
That's what they look for you to do, make the mistake. That was a la John Wooden's era. Put that 2-2-1 on you and come back slowly.
Jim Herrick and the Bruins happy to get through that first round over the outmanned, outgunned 16-seeded Florida International, 92-56 on Friday. Being reminded constantly about their first round loss to Tulsa last year.
Too many steps.
Ed O'Bannon called for the travel.
It really was the steps that time. Was dragging his foot each time he gave a head and shoulder fake.
There's Jim Herrick. What a job he's done in his 7 years at UCLA. Best record over that span in the history of UCLA basketball for those 7 years.
So far the game plan has been working for Norm Stewart.
They needed Jason Sutherland going for the 3, and he's 2 for 2 from there.
Part of the game plan you could never figure out that they had to make a few from outside. And as you say, Timmy, he's already hit 2 for 3 out from 3-ball land.
And he's been suffering since that elbow injury back in February. That's a great bonus for Norm Stewart to have Sutherland start like that. Bailey missing from the corner.
Picked up his 3rd foul. Winfield, I think.
Foul on number 13.
Yes, he did. Winfield.
3rd personal.
Stewart has some trouble here now defensively, losing Winfield. It'll be Simeon Bailey coming in. We'll be right back.
Imagine going on a first date where you already share a powerful connection with someone because you're attracted to each other on the inside as much as you are on the outside. All it takes is just filling out the eHarmony questionnaire. Then you get to choose from all your matches, knowing that they already share deep inner compatibility with you in areas like character and intellect. And that means something more meaningful from the first date onward. Try eHarmony.com today and review all your compatible matches absolutely free.
Hairstyles come and hairstyles go. But to get the most out of every style, you've got to have hair. Hair that's full and thick. Excess buildup on your scalp can leave your hair looking thin. New Head & Shoulders Hair Endurance for Men has a hydrazine formula designed to remove buildup and help restore your scalp to health, leaving you 100% flake-free hair that's fuller and thicker looking. Guaranteed. New Head & Shoulders Hair Endurance. Respect the scalp. Get the hair.
6. That's the number. 6 out of 10 Americans are now in debt. That's over half the country. So if you're in trouble with debt, you're not alone. If your credit card bills are piling up and your balance just isn't going down, call Consolidated Credit now. They'll get the credit card companies to reduce or eliminate your interest. They'll consolidate your bills into one easy payment. And they'll cut your monthly payment by up to 50%. All that so that you can pay off your debt fast. 6 out of 10 people may be in debt, but one call to Consolidated Credit can get you out. They're the freedom people.
Free, free, free. Give me that freedom.
Call now 1-800-225-1882. 1-800-225-1882. 1-800-225-1882.
Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, they're the solution.
There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3.
Is a magic number. Yes, it is.
Sean White with a three-peat.
Forever flicks his nose to Pasadena. Parsons to 3. Flying toward third.
Soon 3 will mean even more to sports.
4 teams chase one dream, Women's Basketball Championship. The Final Four tips Sunday at 7 with Oklahoma Stanford, followed by Baylor, Connecticut on ESPN.
Remember, potential #1 ball player in the country, the refs will always be watching him. I thought at the second foul on Winfield, they should have alternated. We call that shotgunning. When a guy picks up a second foul, they move him off the star.
That's Winfield on the bench with 3. Kendrick Moore is normally a guard. A 6'2 guard is in the lineup. In his place, Simeon Haley has come in for his brother Sammy. Edney hits for 3. 13-9. UCLA is now 3 of 8 from the field. They're a 51% shooting team. Starting off at 29 until that shot.
Early crunch time, very early crunch time. Senior came through with the 3.
Moore had the ball knocked loose. But it's going to be UCLA ball. Kendrick Moore, playing most of the time for Jason Sutherland against Indiana, had 15 points and 5 rebounds. He can jump despite his height. A freshman from Hartford, Connecticut.
Rhythm is favoring, obviously, the Tigers. UCLA hasn't gotten a fast break yet.
And O'Bannon,
that should have been good. Nope, he didn't call it good. The ball stepped out of bounds. That time there, the ball went up, and the opponent grabbed the rim, which could have shaken the ball up high. Watch this here. Wasn't intentional, but it was done. There goes Ed. See him grab the rim. The rim is shaking. The ball's not to go in with the rim shaking like that.
Good catch, Al. That was Simeon Haley had his hand on it. Simeon in for brother Sammy.
Got to get O'Linney into the offensive mood here.
This is Simeon Haley. Turn around over Zedek. Misses. Rim rebounds. He can't hold it. And finally, it's Ed O'Bannon coming away to Edney. They've got the numbers. Edney pulls up, and it's in and out for him. Bailey rebound. Stolen away by Kendrick Moore. Possession arrow is UCLA's. They call it a jump ball.
That was their first opportunity to transition their game. That's what they want.
Charles O'Bannon inbounds. Edney misses. Tiger lead.
It's time for Paul O'Linney, because if they're going to stay in this game, he has to have a big offensive game. Better than his average.
Paul O'Linney with an average of 19.6 at 22 against Indiana in game 1. Sutherland got it back as Edney nearly stole it. O'Linney from 3. He's got it. A 38% shooter from that range. 16-9, Missouri.
Still tough man-to-man. Game plan working for the Tigers, with the exception of 3 fouls on Winfield.
Chilik in traffic inside, missed the hook shot. He started out 2 for 2, but a foul called on Simeon Haley. His first. Tigers have hit all 3 of their 3-point attempts so far.
UCLA has to kind of start talking to each other here. They're a little bit tight as this game moves on. As I told you, if it gets to halftime within a 6-point game, it favors the Tigers tremendously.
Kendrick Moore, the freshman who played so well against Indiana in the first round. He's number 3, off for O'Linney. Grim, 103 temperature this morning when he woke up, but doing battle now as long as he can go. Jason Sutherland, he's hit 2 and nearly another, but that one's in and out. Rebounded by Ed O'Bannon. This is O'Bannon from 3. He hit it.
They wouldn't hit that big-time shot if Walker was on, because Walker's quick enough to move up. Grimm not feeling too well, and not with the quickness of Walker, who has 3 personal fouls picked up early on the pine.
Ed O'Bannon, a better than 40% shooter from out there, comes into the game averaging 20.3 for the season. There's Sutherland again. O'Linney, pardon me. Paul O'Linney. 18-12. Missouri by 6.
He wants to hook it. There's the hook. There's the deuce.
And the 7-footer throws a line drive hook shot into the basket. 18-14.
Second coming of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Not quite.
Might be a little early for that. Let's call him the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the Czech Republic. How's that? That'll work. Kendrick Moore, he can jump. Got his own rebound and made the shot with the putback. Charles O'Bannon. Oh, that goes in.
That's a prayer. Big time prayer. Matter of fact, I think it was the whole mass.
It was accepted up above, evidently. 20-16, 4-point lead, Missouri.
First of all, he got away with a walk before he put it up.
Sutherland driving baseline. Missed it. Got his own air ball and kicks it back out. This is Grimm. Won't drop for him. Ed O'Bannon. To Bailey. Toby Bailey. The freshman from Los Angeles Loyola. Averaging just under 10 a game. He's got 4.
Gets his balance real quickly.
Bruins to within 2. Haven't led yet. Except on the first basket. Kendrick Moore. Very confident freshman from Missouri. Off to Sutherland off the back iron. Edney rebounds. Edney, the alley-oop, hit the rim. Bailey follows that. Ball still loose, and O'Linney keeping it alive. Good play by Paul O'Linney.
Moore has the quickness to take Charles O'Bannon to the laundry, doing a 1-4 down low.
Impressive kid. He was a teammate of Marcus Camby from Massachusetts in high school in Hartford, Connecticut. Turnaround is good by Haley. Simeon Haley.
Oh, coach that time said no, 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 but a good shot. They don't want Haley shooting from there.
22-18.
Ed should take him.
Ed does.
Perfect body for a basketball player. Around 6'8", 6'9", svelte.
5 points for Ed O'Bannon. Senior from Lakewood, California. Simeon Haley outside. Kendrick Moore.
Linney's going to come around a couple of picks. Here he comes.
And Simeon Haley coughed it up. And O'Bannon to Edney. Edney is fouled by Derek Graham.
Made sure it was going to be a three-point play. Nothing violent or vicious about that.
Simeon Haley, who averages just 4-6 a game, you're happy to get anything like that from him.
From 15 feet. Wow. Here's the next time down.
He's stripped.
He was still thinking about that 15-footer.
Edney at the line. The Haley twins, each 7 feet from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. In contrast, Tyus Edney at 5'10". But a load in his own way. He's got 3 points and misses that one. 49% from the field, 75% from the free throw line, 70 steals, 35% from three-point range, and 186 assists. Julian Winfield on the bench, not looking too happy here. 3 fouls on the top defender for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's really a helpless feeling. You got 3 fouls. They can't put you back in this half. They got to keep you out.
2-point lead, Missouri. Near steal by Dollar. And they're going to call a foul on O'Linney.
O'Linney, you don't realize this kid Dollar doesn't get much ink. Few people know about him because of Edney, but I'm telling you, he has the quickest pair of hands. He's a Houdini. Watch him get it right here.
With the new Geico Glove Box app, you can get help with a flat tire. Find a nearby tow truck or gas station. Call emergency services. Collect accident information, or just watch some fun videos. It's so easy, a caveman can do it.
Unbelievable. Where's my coat? It was suede with the fringe.
Download the Glove Box app free at geico.com.
Don't like to settle? Now that any pizza at Pizza Hut is just $10, you don't have to. Any pizza, any size, any crust, and any toppings is just $10. All your favorite pizzas, any way you want them, just $10. Only at your Pizza Hut.
Baseball is back. It's opening night. The captain leads the world champions into Boston to battle the Red Sox. Yankees-Red Sox, Sunday at 8 Eastern on ESPN2. Everybody watches on Sunday night.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
IRS problems? Associated Tax Relief can help you. What you're about to see and hear is real.
Associated Tax Relief got me a settlement of $500. This company really does what they say they're going to do.
We owed the IRS over $135,000.
All we did was hire the right people to work for us. Associated Tax saved us $99,000.
Associated Tax Relief has helped taxpayers settle their tax debt for less than what they owed.
We owed the IRS over $82,000 in back taxes.
Associated Tax Relief's attorney was a former IRS agent who knew what to do.
His hard work settled our tax debt for only $4,600.
Thousands of taxpayers across the nation have put their trust in Associated Tax Relief.
I owed nearly $115,000 and needed help fast. Associated Tax settled my tax debt for way less than what I owed. They saved me over $93,000.
Yes, you can solve your IRS problems, and yes, we can help you.
For a free consultation, call 888-775-9482 now.
These teams are into the Sweet 16. Thursday night in Birmingham, it'll be Kentucky against Arizona State, number 2 Carolina against Georgetown. And I like Kentucky to go the distance here, Al. Carolina struggled a bit.
Well, they're going to have a hard job because of Iverson in the open court. They're a little bit quicker than North Carolina, Georgetown is. So that'll be a tough ball game.
All right, this is Henderson in for the first time. J.R. Henderson, the freshman forward.
JR didn't let a sweat come up. When you don't let a sweat come up, when you first get into a game, you come into the air too soon, and it was an obvious charge.
At 16 points in the opener against Florida International, the 6'9" freshman from Bakersfield. Julian Winfield, the top defender for Missouri, on the bench with 3 fouls. Kendrick Moore to Sutherland. Sutherland with a bad elbow. Have to play some more. They need Moore in there for Winfield. Sammy Haley back in the lineup, number 44 for his brother Simeon. Sammy is the starter.
Linney is going to try to rub Dollar off one of those low picks.
Moore off the back iron. Rebounded by Combs, his first appearance in the game. Sammy Haley had it knocked loose. Linney follows and hits.
That was not an intentional pass.
Man,
2 passes to get to him.
And he had no chance to set for that at all. What a shot by Linney. 25-20 Missouri lead. Zedek outside for Edney. Henderson, J.R. Henderson.
Plays with no facial expression. UCLA has their quick team out there now. Those 2 outstanding guards, and Dollar and Edney. I look for more pressure, trying to turn it over or steal the outlet passes.
Norm Stewart has a freshman, Scott Combs, number 31, a 6'7" freshman from Paoli, Indiana, in the lineup. Again, the foul trouble to Winfield, having forced Stewart to play some guys that he wouldn't normally have in there. This is Ed O'Bannon. Bannon bank shot perfect.
Tough. That's why one of the game plans that broke down is Winfield picked up an early 3 fouls. I thought the staff might have made a mistake keeping him after the second one on Ed O'Bannon.
Down to a point now, Missouri by 1, 6:59 to go first half.
Don't forget, Missouri has to stay ahead or stay close, because UCLA might tighten up with all the pressure on them in the second half.
Sutherland missed a 3, rebounded by Ed O'Bannon. Cameron Dollar back for Ed O'Bannon. Good rebound by Henderson. He's tied up immediately by Sutherland. Jump ball, possession arrow is Missouri.
Here's what they want to do. This is traditional broom break. They want to do this more and more and more. This is what Missouri is trying to stop. But once they get moving, you can't stop them.
The extreme power of Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The world's longest lasting AA battery and high-tech devices. Energizer. Keep going.
If you have heartburn more than 1 day a week, try Prilosec OTC. It shuts down many acid-producing stomach pumps for 24 hours of heartburn protection with just 1 pill a day. For frequent heartburn, try Prilosec OTC.
I never as a woman thought I'd get a heart attack. It's just out of the blue at 43. Now I'm on an aspirin regimen because it helps me live the life I want to live.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
It's not a big deal to go to your doctor. It is a big deal to have a heart attack.
I've always wanted to be an artist. I always did through my whole childhood.
Art Instruction Schools has been successfully training artists since 1914.
All the skills I learned in the school were very helpful. They made me draw and paint things I might have not done, but that was good for me.
Their fully accredited distance learning courses offer instruction in all fields of art.
Of the people that hired me said that my portfolio was better than most of the college graduates.
I love to draw, you know, it's really inspiring to me. I was always able to draw pretty well, but was missing, you know, a good structural foundation, and that's what Art Instruction Schools found for me.
You'll learn at your own pace in the comfort and privacy of your home. So if you'd like to become a better artist, follow your passion with Art Instruction Schools. Take the first step. Call this number for your art test. There's no obligation. You must be 18 years or older to call.
I may be in my pajamas right now, but I'm not going to bed. I'm going to college online. Education Connection will connect you to the right online college for free.
Log on to myschoolnow.com. That's myschoolnow.com.
Every golfer's dream. A tradition renewed each year by the echoes of champions past. Timeless beauty springs again, tempting the world's elite with danger at every turn. Thunderous roars lie in wait. Drama yet to unfold. Its mystique undeniable. First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
UCLA started off 2 of 7 from the field. They're up to 48% now, 10 of 21, trailing by just a point, 6:14 to go. Missouri with Chip Walter, a sophomore from St. Louis, in at guard in the backcourt now with Moore. Moore, a swingman, can play forward and guard. He's more naturally disposed to be at the guard position.
Chip is in there strictly to allow Sutherland to have a break, a rest.
This is Paul O'Lenny. Lenny driving baseline. The senior from Pensacola, Florida. He gets 20 a game, and he's got 10. 27-24.
It's Ed O'Bannon time.
Bailey in the corner. Inside for Henderson. Henderson had it knocked loose. Controls it to Bailey, and Bailey hits for 3. UCLA ties it at 27.
Slight pressure, 2-2-1, slight.
7 points for Bailey, and there's a steal by Charles O'Bannon, but he fouled Walter.
Oh, that was a big call, because if they take that and end up scoring on that, Tim, they pressure up court and force Norm Stewart to call a timeout. Just about had it, and it was an easy roll into the basket. Outstanding drive here by Paul O'Lenny. Gets a guy up in the air with a head and shoulder fake, uses that powerful body, finalizes.
Second personal on Charles O'Bannon. This is O'Lenny outside, watched by Cameron Dollar. And Grimm with a lot of room hits the 3. Derek Grimm woke up with the flu and hits from 3-point range and has not been out of the game.
I think his body temperature's going down from 103.
So. 30 to 27. They had him on IVs this morning to try and get him ready for the game. They were going to try him in the warm-up. Got a display by him. This is Tyus Edney playing with a sore ankle, hits for 3.
Tim, there were about 4 moves by each different ball player on UCLA, and you could tell each one they had that great athletic ability. Don't shoot yet. That's the 6th foul. Every foul from now on is a 1-on-1 with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left. You just seen a picture of Winfield. He picked up 3 fouls early in the game and will sit on the bench in the second half.
Henderson picks up his second personal for UCLA. Missouri's never beaten the Bruins. They're 0-4 lifetime against the Bruins of UCLA. Last time they met was in 1976, and UCLA came out on top in that one.
1976, IU won the national championship, coached by Bobby Knight.
Knight losing to Norm Stewart here yesterday, each of them with 659 wins going into that game, and now Stewart is the leader in the win department.
Boy, they're like quarter horses, the Bruins. They're like quarter horses. They want to get going. They want to get going. They want to get going. If you could catch that. And Missouri's hanging in there. They know they got to stay within 6 by halftime. If they go down any deeper, it could be taps.
Here's what's happened since Winfield went out with that 3rd foul with 15:42 to go. "17 points for Missouri, 24 for UCLA. His defensive presence definitely missed, but they're tied at 30 with 3:53 to go.
Chloe is 9 months old.
She is the greatest thing ever.
One little smile, one little laugh. Anybody? We would do anything for her. My name is Kim Bryant, and my husband and I made a will on LegalZoom.
It was really easy to do.
We created LegalZoom to help you take care of the ones you love. Go to LegalZoom.com today and complete your will in minutes. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
IRS problems? Associated Tax Relief can help you. What you're about to see and hear is real.
Associated Tax Relief got me a settlement of $500. This company really does what they say they're going to do.
We owed the IRS over $135,000.
All we did was hire the right people to work for us. Associated Tax saved us $99,000.
Associated Tax Relief has helped taxpayers settle their tax debt for less than what they owed.
We owe the IRS over $82,000 in back taxes.
Associated Tax Relief's attorney was a former IRS agent who knew what to do.
His hard work settled our tax debt for only $4,600.
Thousands of taxpayers across the nation have put their trust in Associated Tax Relief.
I owed nearly $115,000 and needed help fast. Associated Tax settled my tax debt for way less than what I owed. They saved me over $93,000.
Yes, you can solve your IRS problems, and yes, we can help you.
For a free consultation, call 888-775-9482 now.
Three-pointer out front.
The first trio of brothers to all have World Series rings.
Faith and hope and charity. You get three, and that's the magic number. 3.
Soon 3 will mean even more to sports.
Sunday, 4 teams chase one dream. One team's nightmare helped the Cardinals soar. Is it Stanford's turn to shine, or will the Sooners make the most of their semifinal moment? And after steamrolling through the tourney, Connecticut runs into its first roadblock. Freshman phenom Brittany Griner and Baylor.
That one emphatic.
Women's Basketball Championship presented by Capital One. The Final Four tips Sunday at 7 on ESPN.
It's on to the Meadowlands for these 4 teams. Wake Forest will face Oklahoma State. Tulsa against Massachusetts. Who do you like there?
The second game, I like the Minutemen, and they're doing it without their three-point shooter, Michael Williams, I think his name is.
3:53 to go, and they're tied at 30 here at Boise. Tyus Edney and Cameron Dollar working the backcourt together. Bailey, Henderson, and Ed O'Bannon, the lineup for the Bruins.
Score here is big for their heads, and there's the score. Give it to Superman.
O'Bannon now with 9.
Must not turn the ball over against their pressure here.
First lead for the Bruins since the first pass of the game.
I stepped on you, Tim. I'm sorry. You better call timeout and more do.
That is O'Lenny still down for the Tigers. 3:25 to go. We'll be right back in Boise.
Now multigrain pops. Something unexpected to the world of multigrain. Taste. Introducing delicious new Pringles multigrain. New multigrain pops with Pringles.
Right now, the NCAA is building over 400,000 future professionals. And most of us will go pro in something other than sports.
Reaching out, touching me, touching you. Here it comes. Sweet Caroline.
No way, dude.
Good times never seem so
What's your problem, man?
good.
Wait,
So
just
good.
stop. Just stop. Thanks for ruining it.
I'm John Miller. Welcome back on a beautiful night for a ball game. This is ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
National Debt Report. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Are you knee-deep in debt?
Do you have $10,000 or more in unsecured debt?
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
I was in debt up to here. I made one easy phone call and they cut my monthly payments in half. I'm finally debt-free.
Credit card bills, medical bills, repos, any type of unsecured debt.
This is your opportunity to be debt-free.
Take back control of your life. Become completely debt-free in months.
They set me up with an affordable payment plan. So instead of paying $700 per month, I now only pay $250. They made it so easy.
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
Call now. We can lower your payments today.
This opportunity will not last. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Call 1-800-231-2076.
Just before the break, the last move, watch the ankles here. He's given such strong fakes that he hurt his own ankle on it. There it is, there. His ankle just went down. That's what you call maximum effort. On every move, he's back in the ball game.
Lenny double teamed there, but breaks out and gets it down quickly to Sutherland, who's back in the lineup. Sutherland and Moore. Jason Sutherland. Pair of three-pointers already. Sammy Haley, O'Linney, Grimm, and Kendrick Moore. The lineup for the Tigers. Trail by 2.
O'Linney needs half a step because he's so strong.
And O'Linney dribbled it right into Cameron Dollar, but it went off Dollar out of bounds.
Dollar has quicker hands than Edney, and that you can't say often.
The sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia.
There's only 7 seconds on the shot clock.
UCLA has brought their field goal percentage back up to 52%. And O'Linney hits for 3. NBA range.
That was the range from the locker room.
Yeah, 33 to 32. Missouri on top. J.R. Henderson underneath. Sammy Haley rejects. O'Linney with it. Shoots those at 38%. He's got 16 points here in the first half.
Henderson has to get his head into the ball game here.
Ed O'Bannon, the senior, picks it up. Cameron Dollar back for O'Bannon.
Still man-to-man, physical man-to-man by the Tigers.
Dollar using the screen, won't go for him. Henderson rebounding for Bailey, nearly lost it to Sutherland.
That was a walk on the boardwalk in Atlantic City.
1:51 to go, a 4-point lead for Missouri.
Might up the clock a little bit down this time.
Zeta comes back in for the Bruins. Bailey goes out. Charles O'Bannon in as well.
Bruins are going to try to turn him over. Got to get the ball back 2 more. That's it. It's in the right hands now. Do your thing, Moore.
Bruins pressing, and Eddie picks up the foul. His first. Missouri in a one-on-one, leading 36 to 32. The foul on Tyus Edney. And Missouri will go to the line. 1:46 remains first half. UCLA scored the first basket, has led only once since then, and Missouri now up by 4. Despite having Julian Winfield in early foul trouble with 3 fouls, the designated defender against Ed O'Bannon has not been in for the last 12 minutes.
What we've seen here the first half is that UCLA has not been able to turn over the Tigers, and the game hasn't got into a transition game. Obviously, that favors Mizzou.
Moore hits them both. Paul O'Linney has hit 4 of 4 from 3-point range. Zedek's pass off the mark, but off the hands of Paul O'Linney, who's had a brilliant first half for Missouri. Charles O'Bannon will inbound it with 1:37 on the clock first half. Tim Ryan and Al McGuire at the Boise State Pavilion on the campus of Boise State University.
The Bruins got to get their eyes more into the game. They got to be more spark. They got to be more sweat. Otherwise, get the ball to Ed O'Bannon, one or the other. Here comes your hook.
I've seen it. Had it knocked away. This is Kendrick Moore. Won't roll for him. Rebounded by Charles O'Bannon.
Good call by the official, Tim. That was complete acting by Sutherland.
Jason Sutherland didn't act well enough. UCLA started off cold, but have lifted their shooting percentage to 50%. Missouri has been very steady, shooting at 54. In the rebound department, the Tigers with the edge.
Missouri could not have played a better first half. The one exception, Winfield picked up a third foul early.
Edney makes the first in the one-on-one. 38-33. There's Jim Herrick. Got by Florida International, the 16 seed without any problems in round one. 92-56, while Missouri, the number 8 seed, was knocking off number 9 Indiana.
Both teams are in a one-on-one. Get it back to Moore.
Eric Grimmie's got Haley wide open. Sammy Haley. UCLA asleep at the switch on that one.
Yeah, with no verbal communication. Two guys run up to Haley.
And they cough it up here, and a bad pass to Dollar. The Bruins a little rattled here.
Watch the big man run on the floor here. Gets down into the corner. Two men come out. Haley's underneath by himself.
6-point lead in the ball in the final minute of the first half for the Tigers of Missouri.
It's the first time he's been alone since he's been a twin when he was born.
That's right. His brother Simeon has been in the game in relief of Sammy. And that is Kendrick Moore. Moore at 15 against Indiana. He's got 6 here in the first half.
Bruins, you need a score right now. Take your time and get a score.
Zedek, the hook won't drop. Ed O'Bannon way up there. And O'Lenny brought it down and bounced it off O'Bannon.
Hey, Big George, you should have kicked the ball once back out to Ed O'Bannon. He keeps putting it into you. You got to give it back. That's what teamwork's all about. It's not a one-way street.
Another big play by Paul O'Lenny.
They'll take it down and out. If they don't, Norm Stewart will shoot whoever takes the shot before 4 or 5 seconds.
Kendrick Moore, a very poised freshman, a 6'2" guard from Hartford, Connecticut. Norm Stewart's got himself a dandy in that young man. O'Lenny has it poked away, gets it back, hits the back rim. O'Bannon rebounds, and we're out of time in the first half.
It'll be a little bit tight in the locker room at UCLA. Right now, they got to make up their minds.
The number 8 Missouri Tigers leading number 1 UCLA.
Now that every pizza is just $10 at Pizza Hut, you would not believe how much money I save. Well, my parents' money.
Right now, any pizza at Pizza Hut is just $10. Any pizza, any size, any crust, and any toppings, only $10. Only at your Pizza Hut.
Niagara Falls, the ultimate torture test for a deck. The ultimate protection, Thompson's Water Seal. Chosen to protect the most water-drenched decks in America. The decks at Niagara Falls. Thompson's Water Seal, the most powerful protection against water damage, guaranteed.
Do you have an idea for an invention or a new product? Bill Schaefer, co-inventor of the Splash Wash, did. He came up with the idea while watching his children play. InventHelp submitted his idea to Whammo, makers of toys like the Frisbee and the hula hoop. Hi, I'm Clarence McGee, the sales director of InventHelp. To find out how we can help you try to submit your idea to companies, call for your free information. Bill Schaefer made a financial gain with his invention. Bill's experience is not typical, and most inventions are not successful.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-361-0086.
Our power trips to D.C. are a family affair. And the energy here is just electric. From spy games and surprising places to master chefs and masterpieces. The power in D.C. really does belong to you. Create your own power trip.
My power trips to D.C. are always a weekend thing. We get started with a little spring, then grab some inspiration at Eastern Market, and head up to U Street. the whole world comes here. Old friends like Marvin Gaye and the Duke. And new ones, too. So come on. Create your own power trip.
There's one, there's two, and there's three.
Is a magic number. Yes, it is.
Sean White with a three-peat. For everything. Texas goes to Pasadena. Parsons for three. Flying toward third.
Soon 3 will mean even more to sports.
First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
Tim Ryan with Al McGuire here in Boise, 42-34, the highest halftime deficit that UCLA has faced all season long, and it's been due mainly to the shooting of Paolo Linney. Outstanding defense, of course, by Missouri, but 6 of 7 from the field by Linney, and 4 of 4 from three-point range.
One of the reasons he's so effective offensively, he has not been forced to bring the ball up court. So he goes down court, gets on the baseline, and is using the 10,000 screens they give him. And here's a shot clock, a shot chart of where he made the shots from, Tim.
Now let's go to Michelle Tafoya, talk to Coach Herrick at halftime.
Well, Coach Herrick told me that his team is playing the worst defense he's seen all season long. And like you mentioned, he's mostly concerned about the outside shooting threat of Missouri. They've got to stop that. Tim?
Thanks, Michelle. Of course, they lost Julian Winfield to 3 fouls. He missed most of the first half, getting those early, covering Ed O'Bannon. What do you think happens here in the second half?
Well, they'll start Winfield back in, and they'll put him on Ed O'Bannon and let the game flow. One of the reasons of getting these three-point shots is because Edney's ankle is bad and cannot extend his defense out past the three-ball area.
UCLA starts with the basketball. This is Edney, Bailey, Ed O'Bannon, Charles O'Bannon, and Zedek, the starting lineup for UCLA.
I move Ed O'Bannon down on the blocks. Oh, no, they got Grimm.
Grimm had the coverage. O'Bannon missed the shot. Winfield back the other way. Stolen by Ed O'Bannon to Edney. Edney reverse. 42-36, Missouri by 6. Edney pressuring by himself down court. Moore getting ready to come in already for Missouri. Winfield handling the ball for the Tigers.
Trying to get ball free up those many picks, blocks, screens, whatever you want to call it.
And Edney picks up the personal. Trying to stop Oleny's move to the basket. His second on Tyus Edney.
If Oleni sees any light and doesn't have to charge, Edney cannot guard him. He's just got too much strength, a little bit of height on him. He's just too strong of a body for Edney.
Norm Stewart gets Winfield out right away. Sends back in Kendrick Moore. Delaney in the corner, kicks it out for Moore. Kendrick Moore, the freshman from Hartford, had such a good game against Indiana. 15 points and 5 rebounds. He can jump, he can handle the ball. Olenyk for 3. 5 for 5 from beyond the arc for Olenyk. 18 points on the day.
Boy, does he know how to move off those picks and screens. He does it slowly, not quick. And that's the trick to it.
Saw an outstanding performance earlier from Mississippi State's Darrell Wilson. We're seeing the same kind of show from Paolo Linney in Missouri. And Zedek missed the hook shot. Foul call underneath. Sammy Haley's first of the day for Missouri, sending Zedek to the line.
With Winfield on the bench with 3 fouls, they're playing Grimm on Ed O'Bannon. UCLA has to start getting the ball more to Ed O'Bannon. Ed O'Bannon has to take charge. You can't take charge unless you get the ball.
Zedek, a 76% free throw shooter, makes the first. Winfield comes back in. Sutherland goes out. Two by Zedek. 44-38. Missouri on top. We're in the second half at Boise. Number 1 against number 8 in the West region.
See where they got McLinney down low. Now he starts around his picks. Here he comes. Now he goes back down low again. Now they come around those picks again. They'll rub Edney off. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Change direction down low.
Moore works his way in meanwhile. Missed the shot. Battle for the rebound. Bruins have it. Edney. For Bailey. And Toby Bailey hangs in there. Despite the contact, he has 9 points.
Edney always makes good decisions on the UCLA's famous fast break.
Sammy Haley, watched by Zedek. Spin move, won't go, gets his own rebound, misses again.
Give Haley credit there, they double-teamed him.
Followed by Moore on that shot for Missouri. Charles O'Bannon with a miss.
Charles thought he was fouled.
O'Lenny on the run. Now they slow it down. 6-point Missouri lead.
Gotta wait for Haley to get down low.
Derek Grimm missed badly. He's the player with the flu, remember. He's had a couple of bad misses. 103 temperature this morning. O'Lenny with a steal.
It was showing wear out there as Haley. Seems that he might need a blow.
6 turnovers now by the Bruins. Well, if he goes out, you'd think he's still in there.
That's right. They take out Slam and Slim comes in.
Winfield driving. Zedek stops him. Edney for the Bruins. Back outside. Ed O'Bannon. He had the eye on that one.
There's the man.
As well by Grimm.
That's the guy who'll take you to the promised land. It all started with good defense by Zedek down low. Holds his ground. Winfield couldn't get up over him. Then back down court. And the Morton of basketball is a possible 4-point play. Morton means full consent of the will. Grievous offense. From the Blue Catechism, Sister Mary Applesauce.
There's Father Red.
Two Irish guys here. Take you to mass.
O'Bannon misses a free throw. He's got 12 points on the game, averages more than 20. Winfield picks it back for Sutherland. Sutherland for 3.
I think that's his third from the ball area.
9 points, all from 3-point range. Edney outside for Bailey. Picked off by Grimm. Grimm wisely stops the dribble, goes to O'Lenny. O'Lenny tries 3 and hits.
I wasn't going to say anything. You're talking about a 5-alarm fire. This is a 6-alarm fire. This is Tabasco sauce on top of Tabasco sauce.
5 of 5 from 3-point range.
Hey, fellas, you got to take care of yourself. Your lady ain't your mama. Women want a strong man. And player, you ain't strong when you're whining about microwave me some soup, baby. Curled up in a snuggie trying to find the remote under your fat rear end. Now, this vitamin water Power C has zinc and vitamin C to help support a healthy body. And the best part is, your woman's gonna think you're rock solid. Go get it, player.
I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything.
Reaching out, touching me, touching you. Here it comes. Sweet Caroline.
No way, dude.
Good times never seem so
What's your problem, man?
good.
Wait,
so
just
good.
stop. Just stop. Thanks for ruining it.
I'm John Miller. Welcome back on a beautiful night for a ball game. This is ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
One team's nightmare helped the Cardinals soar. Can Stanford spook the hungry Sooners? And UConn runs into its first roadblock, Brittany Griner and Baylor. The Final Four tips Sunday at 7 on ESPN.
Lily, how will I ever plan my wedding in time?
Don't worry. HotelPlanner.com can save you time and money on your wedding.
We're your hotel event specialist.
I don't want to share a room with 14 other guys. There's got to be a way for our team to travel without us sleeping on the floor.
Never fear. HotelPlanner.com coordinates events of any size.
We're your hotel event specialist.
need to go to this year's conference with the new budget cuts. Any ideas?
HotelPlanner.com can get you free meeting rooms for your next conference or corporate event.
We're your hotel event specialist.
Great rates for special dates. HotelPlanner.com.
Paulo Lenny, 21 points on the day. It's high for the season, 25. We've got 16:01 to go. Ed O'Bannon of UCLA, many think he'll be player of the year. He's got 12 points, 7 rebounds. The star of the game so far has been Lenny of Missouri, and they lead 52-43.
Ed O'Bannon will carry it here, give him the ball.
Henderson gathers in the pass and watched closely by Grimm. Back outside for Zedek, and the soft touch from the 70-footer. 10 points.
Very positive shot, all confidence.
52-45. Kendrick Moore. For Sutherland, the pass a little high. And they're going to call it on Sutherland. Trying to regain the ball after Tyus Edney jumped in. Second personal on him.
Edney jumped in, but then I believe that Sutherland reached in and grabbed his wrist. Watch.
That's what they call it.
Edney jumps in, and there is the grabbing of the wrist.
Well, the Missouri band was right in front of that play, and that's where most of the negative noise is coming from. They didn't like the call on Sutherland.
Our man stepped in there, might readjust it. Let's see what happens.
There's been a double foul assessed on number 5, Jason Sutherland, second personal.
If Missouri is in this position at the 8-minute mark in this game, if they can be around 6-7 up, I look for tremendous tighten up on UCLA. But now they got their 2 quick guards in there. The Bruins are going to put tremendous pressure up court. But what the 2 little guards need are the other 3 guys also to put the pressure, but not zone pressure, man-to-man pressure, full court.
Al, they call a double foul. Edney picks up his 3rd personal. And the possession foul is Missouri, so it's their ball. So both Sutherland and Edney receiving fouls on that last scramble.
When things are going right, they're going right. And they've been going right for the Tigers.
Grimm outside, inside for Sammy Haley. He misses with the turnaround, and Edney rebounds. The little guy brings it up quickly, and all the Bruins moving.
Too much hand by Haley.
His foul by Sammy Haley, his 2nd. That's going to bring in Brother Simeon. Father Ed, Brother Simeon, and Sister who was at the game, did you say?
Identical twins. Slim's just a little bit behind in production of Slam.
This is Edney. Edney in the trees off to Dollard. Dollard misses the bank shot.
Big George came over the back.
His 2nd personal foul, George Zedek. 14:48 to go. Missouri by 4. UCLA has led only twice. Once at the beginning of the game, once since then by only 2 points.
You notice all European players play like it's 12 o'clock straight up. United States players play like it's 3 o'clock bent over. Just a tip from the top. Anything worth possessing does not quite be possessed.
Well, so if you're a clock watcher, you can understand what you just said. Is that what you're telling me? Vertical is 12. Stand it up straight. Well, here are the Haley brothers. 5 points. The O'Bannon brothers 14 in that department. UCLA is ahead, but not in the team game. 52-45.
A little bit under 15 minutes.
Kendrick Moore.
Oh, they want to go. They want to go.
Brought down by Cameron Dollar, and Moore bumps him. 2nd personal on Kendrick Moore. And some blood on the shirt of George Zedek from his lip, it appears, right? Yes, in the middle of his lower lip. They'll have to patch him up and perhaps get him a clean jersey as well. Winfield is back in. Kendrick Moore is out. Norm Stewart trying to settle him down. Not a good foul, the last one. J.R. Henderson follows.
That might get Henderson into the ball game. He has to get more active, more physical. He's only a freshman, got a great future ahead of him, obviously. He has to get more into this game.
5-point Missouri lead. Sutherland out for Olenny.
UCLA is man-to-man all the way.
Greenfield and Olenny. Tight defense from the Bruins. Ball goes back deep. Sutherland heels it there.
I'd hold that ball, Sutherland, for a second till your team gets back. Don't give the ref that soon.
Backcourt violation. It'll be UCLA's ball. Charles O'Bannon, 7th turnover by Missouri. O'Bannon will inbound it.
In that situation, always wait for your big men to get back before you hand the referee the ball.
Henderson down for Ed O'Bannon in traffic. Quickly out to Henderson. Ed O'Bannon, 14 points.
Best interior passing of the whole game, that time by the Bruins.
Bruins to within 3. Lenny in the lane, off for Simeon Haley. Grimm looking for 3, back inside to Simeon Haley. Turnaround is in and out. Way up for the rebound is Winfield, pardon me.
Ball to jump ball, and it favors UCLA. The arrow does. 3 points. 3-point spread.
Simeon Haley comes out. Sammy Haley comes back in. 34 for 45.
Jim Harrick is up off the bench. Both coaches are into full time now.
Ed O'Bannon, spin move, and that's good. And he's pumped. 16 points, Ed O'Bannon.
He's tough. In my opinion, he's the best ball player in the country. But for some reason in the first half, they didn't give him the ball. You get this guy the ball, and there's no way Missouri can stop him.
Averages more than 20 points a game, at only 10 against Florida International, because once they got the route going, O'Bannon came out. And he was spreading the ball a lot of the time, too, giving everybody else on the team shots.
Watch the full body stretch. The full body stretch, and at the apex, the zenith releases.
Missing the free throw, though. Charles up and misses. And way up to get it was Kendrick Moore. Can that guy jump? Kendrick Moore, the 6'2 freshman. Winfield. Going off the knee of Edney.
That was above the knee a little bit, I thought. Be careful, Ed. You get a technical there, Ed. Back up, Ed. That looked like to me is from the kneecap. Hairline call. This is a great referee crew here. Outstanding.
John Claggerty, Gerald Boudreau, Ron Zetcher, the officiating crew for this game. Sammy Haley lobbing it in. Grimm in the corner. Moore backs his way along the baseline. Sammy Haley mishandled the pass, and the Bruins come away. Ed O'Bannon. Henderson. 6 points for the freshman. Bruins by 1.
We've got to get O'Leary back in this ball game. Olenny back in this ball game.
Another steal by the Bruins.
Timeout. Should be a timeout.
Charles O'Bannon from Edney. UCLA by 3. Stewart calls time.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Imagine being at 30,000 feet with a plane full of kids and you have a heart attack. That's what happened to me. I'm on an aspirin regimen now. My doctor told me it's the easiest preventative thing you can do.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
See your doctor. Simple.
The extreme power of Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Energizer. Keep going.
You're stuck on a treadmill. You're making minimum payments on your credit cards, and you just don't get anywhere. Let Consolidated Credit tell you the truth. When credit card companies are charging high interest, it's virtually impossible to pay off your debt. Let's say you owe $5,000 and your rate is 21%. Of your $100 minimum payment, $87 is interest. It'll take you over 33 years to pay off that debt. Call Consolidated Credit. They'll get the credit card companies to reduce or eliminate your interest. Get off the treadmill. Get on with your life. Call Consolidated Credit. They're the freedom people.
Call toll-free 1-800-440-5217.
Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, they're the solution.
Every golfer's dream. A tradition renewed each year by the echoes of champions past. Timeless beauty springs again, tempting the world's elite, with danger at every turn. Thunderous roars lie in wait, drama yet to unfold. Its mystique, undeniable. First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
There's the pressure of being number one. In the huddle last time, he's probably saying, hey, fellas, stand high. Let's have a stop at this time down. Don't forget, we're the best. The eye of the tiger. Hang in there, man. Stay
26-2, the top-ranked team in the country coming into this game. Missouri, 20-8. Victory over Indiana in the first round for the Tigers. Olenny, and it's Grimm with a follow. Missouri by 1.
That's not the stop they wanted. Now that it's on the other side of the flip coin, need a basket right here, and the basket right here is obviously get the ball in Ed O'Bannon's hands.
7 minutes to go. 2 O'Bannons with Henderson, Bailey, and Edney. The lineup for UCLA. Here it is. Flip in for Ed O'Bannon, and the foul call against Missouri. Olenny is second.
Paul Olenny that time did not allow room for Ed O'Bannon to come down. They will go to the line for 1 and 1. UCLA has only committed 5. We got 647. Number 1 team in the nation out there. Will they tighten up going into the stretch? They haven't had much experience this year with tight ball games.
They have not indeed. They beat Kentucky 82-81, Stanford by 3, and Arizona by 2. The rest of the games, apart from the 2 defeats, obviously, they had decent margins of victory. 18 points for Ed O'Bannon. He is tough from the line. 79% from the free throw line. And he has tied them at 63.
He's tough from anywhere. New York City, he'd be tough in Hell's Kitchen.
2 by Ed O.B. 64-63. The Bruins up by 1. Hell's Kitchen ain't what it used to be, by the way, Al.
There's always a Hell's Kitchen somewhere.
6:35 to go. Grim driving, followed by Winfield. He missed, got his own rebound, trying the putback. Can't do it, he's blocked by Henderson. Gets it again. Sutherland for 3.
Ooh, what a touch, what a touch.
15 points for Sutherland. 4 threes for Sutherland.
Take it to the left, Edney. Kick it into the big guy. Take it to the left, Edney. Get out of there, Dollar.
Missouri by 2. 6 minutes to play. Ed O'Bannon whips it in. Henderson.
Eddie, baby, what a pass underneath. Good hands, excellent hands by Henderson. Let's get another angle on this. Henderson has real soft hands, doesn't show much emotion when he plays, but into the future, he's one of the stars that will be coming up the next 3 years. UCLA has the #1 freshman team in the country as far as class.
A very cool freshman. Bakersfield turns it into a three-point play from Bakersfield, I should say. Henderson. 67-66. Bruins by 1.
Setting low so Paul Linney can break out off one of the picks. Not there, has to reset again. Paul Linney, reset again. Paul, go around there, you're free in the corner. Here he comes around. Oh, watch him more. Here he comes again more. Get a hit him, will you?
Tell him, coach.
Well, this is the man. They're going to win. The man's, there it is, only 2 seconds on the shot clock. He has to let it fly.
This morning and comes up with a huge play there as the shot clock hit the buzzer.
Tigers won't fail.
Tigers by 2. Ed O'Bannon. Way up is that Kendrick Moore, and he leaped.
Leaping like a tall building.
Another cloud piercer from your Maori country you told us about on Friday.
Well, I won't nickname him Cloud Piercer. Back to him.
Lenny scrambles to hang on. Sutherland. Back outside for Moore.
Referee's boxing me out. Move a little bit. Yeah, I can't see.
Moore off the front iron. Henderson rebounds. Sutherland fouls him.
Bad foul. Good effort.
That's an adrenaline pump foul there. He's trying to do too much. Sutherland reaching from behind, trying to steal the ball from a much bigger man.
Plus, it's a tired foul. Sutherland is tired.
Third personal by Jason Sutherland. Missouri leads by 2.
I don't know who Norm Stewart could move in there. These 5 guys, I think, will have to go right down to the wire, I believe. In this type of situation, my team got tired, I would fake a lost contact lens, or I'd spill the water from the bottle on the floor, so it took about 2-3 minutes to clean it up. But I was half a thief. These people are honest.
That sounds like Angelo Dundee moves as a boxing trainer. Henderson hits.
I'll tell you something about Henderson. Every time you call on him, he seems to get it done.
He sure does.
Doesn't show any emotion at all.
Another half of the 1-1. UCLA can tie it with this. Oh, boy, this has been a tough day for everybody concerned. Well, team managers on the UCLA bench.
20 years from now, the most successful person on any college team is the manager. They're usually CEO of some corporation.
We're tied at 69, 4:15 to go. Missouri with 3-pointers at 69%.
Zone. 1, 2, 2. Adjusting. Shot will be from the outside.
Kendrick Moore.
Sutherland put it up from the outside.
Grimm on the perimeter, stays out there. Grimm over here, trying to find 3-point room. He does, and he hits.
Oh, they gambled on the zone. The Tigers showed patience against zones, movement against man-to-man.
13 points for Derek Grimm. The alley-oop for Bailey off the mark. Grimm rebounds. What a game this guy's having, especially the second half. The sophomore from Morton, Illinois.
Watch that time clock, gang, out there. Watch the time. It's on your screen.
72-69. Syracuse and Arkansas having a similar game there. 3:21 to go in their game.
Shot clock is in now, under 10.
Lenny pulls back. Off target. Henderson rebounds.
Back it up, Eddie. Back it up. Get set. Get set. There you are.
Edney in and out. Henderson with the rebound. Bailey into the lane. Outside for Dollar, and Grimm rebounds.
Boy, Grimm should have a temperature every day.
Man, he has been the Grim Reaper here in the second half. Jason Sutherland in and out. Olenny keeping it alive, and Sutherland alertly grabs.
Don't forget, Missouri only got one timeout left. UCLA has 2. The arrow favors Missouri.
2:29. Kendrick Moore, the freshman, in and out. Bailey with the rebound for the Bruins.
Missouri commits a foul, the super foul bonus here. Everything's 2 shot.
Herrick calls timeout. 2:16 to go. Missouri 72-69. Injured managers. Missouri in front.
When I think of value, I think of something that's going to last. Something that's priced right. I think of Wrangler. Always have.
For unbeatable comfort and value, you can count on Wrangler 5-star premium denim jeans. Built comfortable with a relaxed fit. Priced right for a great value.
You can pay more, but you won't get more.
Wrangler, real, comfortable jeans.
Attention drivers, has your manufacturer's warranty expired or is it about to expire? Every mile you drive, your car is getting closer to needing costly repairs. How will you pay the hundreds, even thousands of dollars needed to get your car back on the road? Quick Cash 123 is here to help you with your financial needs. If your vehicle is less than 15 years old and has less than 200,000 miles on it, then we may still be able to offer you repair protection. Call now and we will connect you with one of our preferred extended protection providers. You choose the coverage and we'll tailor a plan to fit your budget. His transmission repair cost $3,300, but the owner paid nothing, 100% covered. When her car overheated, she called the shop and had her car towed. Just show your repair protection ID card and pay nothing. Repair costs are paid directly to your dealer or repair shop with no out-of-pocket costs to you. Save thousands in car repairs and keep your vehicle worry-free.
Call 800-402-7117 and get a free quote from a nationally recognized A-plus rated provider. There's no obligation. Call 800-402-7117 now.
3 is a magic number. Yes, it is. It's a magic number.
For everything.
That's a magic number.
Texas goes to Pasadena. Sunday, 4 teams chase one dream. One team's nightmare helped the Cardinals soar. Stanford's going to the Final Four! Is it Stanford's turn to shine, or will the Sooners make the most of their semifinal moment? And after steamrolling through the tourney, Connecticut runs into its first roadblock. Freshman phenom Brittany Griner and Baylor.
That one emphatic.
Women's Basketball Championship presented by Capital One. The Final Four tips Sunday at 7 on ESPN.
2:16 to play. Missouri 72-69 over the top-ranked team in the country. Tim Ryan and Al McGuire here in Boise. We've had 6 ties and 10 lead changes. There's the timeout situation. It is UCLA ball. Ed O'Bannon. Yes for Ed O'Bannon.
And he thought he was fouled on that one.
Missouri by 1. 2 minutes to play. Sutherland, Kendrick Moore work the backcourt. Olenny, Grimm, Paul Winfield up front. For UCLA, Edney, Bailey, Henderson, Ed O'Bannon, and Cameron Donald. .138 to play. Missouri ball, leading by a point. Sutherland. Clock shot to 5. Shot clock to 5. Olenny. In and out. Bailey rebounds.
That's the first thing Paul missed all day.
Edney sets it up for the Bruins. Inside for Ed O'Bannon. Push to the corner.
Want the ball in Ed O'Bannon's hands now.
Edney patient and calm, looking for the right play. This is Ed O'Bannon. Ed O'Bannon double teamed. Winfield in his face, and Winfield fouls him. And that'll be number 4 on Winfield.
They're now in the bonus. That means he goes and takes 2 foul shots. Super bonus.
4 personals.
Everybody around Ed in here tight. He's a prime time player. Last 2 minutes of the game in a tight situation. If they're going to play in Oakland next Thursday, this is the man that's going to get them there.
He He's hit 2 of 4 from the free throw line today. And he ties it up. O'Bannon 79% on the season from the free throw line. 23 points. Bruin lead, 58.9 seconds remain.
I play for 2 possessions here. That means I take the shot after about 10 seconds now and then foul UCLA if you don't score.
Sellout crowd here at Boise State. Watching number 8 Missouri trying to upset the top-ranked team in the country. Down by 1. Kendrick Moore with the ball. Paul Olenny, he's the star. Dollar, a pushing foul against Sutherland.
No problem, and not in a 1-on-1 yet. They get the ball out of bounds. They're told make sure they don't get Paul from three-point land. Dollar charged into the pick set by Sutherland. But no problem, they had a foul to give.
16 foul. Herrick came off the bench steaming. His assistants restrained him there.
Got a new shot clock.
Eric Grimm, 34 seconds left.
Call a timeout, maybe go for the whole thing. That's up to Norm.
Gets up more. Letting it wind down.
There it is. Norm did it. There it is.
13 seconds on the shot clock. They're going for 1. 73-72. UCLA lead. 5 seconds. More inside.
Now that all my favorite pizzas from Pizza Hut are just $10 each, I'm saving tons of money. Yeah, it's insane.
Right now, any pizza at Pizza Hut is just $10. Any pizza, any size, any crust, and any toppings for only $10. Only at your Pizza Hut.
Niagara Falls, the ultimate torture test for a deck. The ultimate protection, Thompson's Water Seal. Chosen to protect the most water-drenched decks in America. The decks at Niagara Falls. Thompson's Water Seal. The most powerful protection against water damage, guaranteed.
If you have heartburn more than 1 day a week, try Prilosec OTC. It shuts down many acid-producing stomach pumps for 24 hours of heartburn protection with just 1 pill a day. For frequent heartburn, try Prilosec OTC.
Do you have an idea for an invention or a new product? Bill Schaefer, co-inventor of the Splash Wash, did. He came up with the idea while watching his children play. InventHelp submitted his idea to Whammo, makers of toys like the Frisbee and the hula hoop. Hi, I'm Clarence McGee, the sales director of InventHelp. To find out how we can help you try to submit your idea to companies, call for your free information. Bill Schaefer made a financial gain with his invention. Bill's experience is not typical, and most inventions are not successful.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-361-0086.
I may be in my pajamas right now, but I'm not going to bed. I'm going to college online. Education Connection will connect you to the right online college for free.
Log on to myschoolnow.com. That's myschoolnow.com.
First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
Reaching out, touching me, touching you. Here it comes. Sweet Caroline.
No way, dude.
Good times never seem so
What's your problem,
good.
man? Wait,
so
just
good.
stop. Just stop. Thanks for ruining it.
I'm John Miller. Welcome back on a beautiful night for a ball game. This is ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
4.8 seconds remain. UCLA, the top-ranked team in the country, number 1 in the West, trailing by a point. Paul Winfield has sat out most of the first half in foul trouble, scored the go-ahead basket. One last try for the Bruins of UCLA to get into the Sweet 16. Knocked out last year in the first round by Tulsa. They don't want to lose this one. Edney going the distance. Yes!
As soon as he let it go, he realized it was to the wrong team.
Coming up on the top 5 reasons you can't blame.
Fred Brown looking. Oh, way to Worthy.
The pass was so dramatic. It was like, oh man, that's it now.
The Tar Heels are going to win the national championship.
Sat there, he just died when it happened.
He probably had one of the biggest goofs in the biggest game of all time.
That ball is on the line. It's 5 up there. Michigan can't take a timeout.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Kenny, and welcome to ESPN Classic's Top 5 Reasons You Can't Blame, a series that takes a fresh look at sports personalities who are remembered largely for their mistakes, controversial moments, or questionable decisions.
63, 62, 13, 12.
With seconds left in the 1982 NCAA championship game, Georgetown trailed North Carolina by a single point. The Hoyas had the ball with a chance to take the lead when their point guard Fred Brown mistakenly threw the ball to Carolina forward James Worthy. The Tar Heels went on to win the game, and Brown was labeled as the game's GOAT. In this show, we'll count down the top 5 reasons you can't blame Fred Brown for losing the 1982 NCAA championship game. It remains one of the most replayed moments in American sports. But before we get to our countdown, let's take a look at what happened on that fateful night at the Louisiana Superdome.
Here at the Louisiana Superdome, they're going to be playing before crowds of over 60,000. Those are the biggest crowds to ever watch a basketball game in the United States.
This was the first Final Four where people didn't care how bad the seat was. They just wanted to say, I was there.
The popularity of college basketball, especially March Madness, was raging coast to coast. In the Final Four, the Superdome was jammed when #1 North Carolina defeated Houston and Georgetown beat Louisville.
Ewing puts it in. What do you do against that?
You have the 2 finest teams in the country, and it should be an outstanding basketball game.
This was Georgetown's first experience in the Final Four also. So Carolina was accustomed to probably more big game situations.
We had James Worthy and Sam Perkins, who are arguably 2 of the best big men to play college basketball.
Perkins! Oh, Sam, baby!
And then we had Michael, who was a freshman, who eventually started for that team.
This kid's a superstar. He's going to get away with it.
So you're talking about 3 of the best players in college history.
Then, of course, there was John Thompson and the start of Hoya paranoia and the fact that teams were intimidated.
Patrick Ewing was just a wonderful, wonderful defensive player.
Knocked away by Ewing.
John could extend the court with his little foot soldiers, knowing that Patrick was back there to swat anything aside that penetrated the lane.
As to Ewing! Oh, my God!
And you've got a guy at point guard named Fred Brown, who at the time might have been the best total basketball player on Georgetown.
Brown puts it up and in, and it is good, and he's fouled.
A sophomore, Brown helped lead Georgetown to a 30-6 record going into the final against 31-2 North Carolina. The game lived up to expectations as John Thompson's Special Forces battled Dean Smith elite talent down to the wire.
Here's Worthy, 17 feet, good. Floyd driving baseline, dunk to Patrick Ewing.
It was an incredible basketball game. That was another night where nobody lost.
Brown feeds away to Ewing. Ewing for the dunk.
Neither team was able to gain any real advantage during the game.
The pace is just absolutely furious. You just have the feeling this one's going to the wire.
So it was who's going to have the ball last.
Here's Floyd off balance. It's good.
With just under a minute left, Eric Sleepy Floyd threaded heavy traffic to give the Hoyas a 62-61 lead. Smith called timeout with 32 seconds remaining.
He kind of looked at Michael and said, I think you're going to get it. You're going to take the shot over here, because he knew they were going to collapse. And it happened, just almost exactly like he said it.
Jordan, yep, he's letting it go. Good from 15 feet.
When he took the shot, no one was amazed that he made it, and we were now waiting for the next great play.
We tried to come down before they got set up to get ourselves in a position where we could score.
Georgetown had plenty of time to come down. Fred Brown at point, Sleepy Floyd sinking toward the baseline on his right, getting his feet together. Patrick Ewing in the hole.
Eric Floyd, that's who we would go to as our scorer. That would have been our primary objective.
They knew they had to keep the ball out of Sleepy's hands or keep the ball out of Patrick's hands.
Georgetown with one timeout. Fred Brown looking.
Fred Brown comes down. When he looks over, James Worthy shoots the gap. Now the defense is out of balance. See? Now it's 5-on-4 because Worthy's out of position.
He's so badly out of position on defense for this play that Brown actually thinks he's an offensive player. The place where Worthy is standing on the court, only an offensive player could be standing there.
He turned to wait to look again to see if the wing was open. He just turned and just threw the ball without really even looking.
Throw away to Worthy! Worthy 5! The Tar Heels are going to win the national championship!
When Fred Brown threw the ball away, and it was sort of that suspended moment of, well, what just happened here?
There was a sense of disbelief. It's just mind-boggling that somehow this pass is just thrown into an opponent's arms.
I felt terrible. You know, this is what you work hard for all a life to actually win the championship.
If he made that mistake in the first quarter, no one would have said anything. Unfortunately, the mistake came at a crucial point of the game.
Fred Brown probably had one of the biggest goofs in the biggest game of all time.
To this day, people still look at that, and they think that maybe Brown cost them the championship. He's not going to live it down, and it will live forever.
In a tight game like the 1982 championship, every small factor becomes critical to the outcome. Many of these factors frame our defense of Fred Brown. So before we start our countdown of the 5 reasons you can't blame Brown for Georgetown's loss, here are a few points that did not make the short list. We call them the best of the rest. James Madison. The little-known school from Virginia's Shenandoah Valley trailed North Carolina in the second round by a point with 1.5 minutes left.
If you're a James Madison fan, this is precisely where you want to be.
After James Madison missed 2 jumpers and made 2 turnovers, the Tar Heels escaped elimination 52-50.
Oh boy, you're talking about a scare. They played very, very well, and we were very fortunate to beat them.
They had a chance, but that's really bad when you get that close to pulling upset.
It took a James Worthy basket, a layup, in the final seconds of that game to actually secure the win.
They survived, you know, but a basket here, a basket there, the Fred Brown thing never happens.
Our final best of the rest, Dean's time. Only the year before, Smith's Tar Heels had lost their 3rd national championship game under his watch.
He always had one of the best 4 or 5 rosters in the country, and he just couldn't ever seem to get over the hump.
1977, that team made this inspirational run to the national final, only to lose to Marquette. 81 represented a great opportunity to do that. The Tar Heels couldn't get it done.
It wasn't our time. Coaches particularly thought Carolina would just have to get lucky because you keep knocking on that door, you're eventually going to knock the door down.
Jordan jumper from out on the left, good! And it's intercepted by Worthy. Oh, Dean Smith, they're doing it for him.
Freddie Brown's mistake was the break that North Carolina got at that time that gave him the win.
And Coach Smith, that game had lucky breaks where in other games
the other things happened against him and he wasn't able to advance or to win that final game.
Fred Brown can't be blamed for the fact that North Carolina was as good as North Carolina was that year. It may have just been the night that they were going to win a national championship.
When we return to the top 5 reasons you can't blame Fred Brown for Georgetown losing the 1982 NCAA championship game, one player's passion works against him.
Here was this bird of prey just swooping out of the sky.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One A Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, now it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure.
Whoa.
Kinda makes your heart race, huh?
Save $523. 16 minutes could save you 16%. Come on. Isn't it time an auto insurer gave it to you straight? That's why you should talk to State Farm. But not yet. First, talk to any one of the 40 million drivers who already have State Farm. 40 million. Yeah, that's more than Geico and Progressive combined. By a lot. 40 million drivers, more savings, and discounts up to 40%. Where else are you gonna get discounts like that?
Call an agent at 1-800-STATE-FARM or go online.
When you have sensitive skin, a lot of things can really irritate your face. Shaving shouldn't be one of them. Gillette Fusion Power has 5 blades with an anti-friction coating that shave with incredible comfort, so your skin looks and feels great until the next game. Fusion, proven performance even on sensitive skin.
At the end of a long, hot day, catch the Silver Bullet. Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Attention all homeowners. Do you want help today? Call the Loan Modification Help Hotline now. We may be able to cut your mortgage payment in half and help to reduce your interest payment to as low as 1%. Find out what we can do for you today. The call is free. The consultation is free. Discover how much we can reduce your mortgage payment. Call now for a free consultation. We have trained staff ready to assist you.
Call 1-800-230-3075.
I may be in my pajamas right now, but I'm not going to bed. I'm going to college online. Education Connection will connect you to the right online college for free.
Log on to myschoolnow.com. That's myschoolnow.com.
4 teams chase one dream, women's basketball championship. The Final Four tips Sunday at 7 with Oklahoma-Stanford, followed by Baylor-Connecticut on ESPN.
We're counting down the top 5 reasons you can't blame Fred Brown for Georgetown losing the 1982 NCAA championship game. Welcome back. Now that we've presented some salient points for you to ponder, we begin our countdown with reason number 5. Patrick Ewing. Eager to impress, the 7-foot freshman's aggressive defense backfired.
Worthy again, he spins and fires. It'll be goaltending against Ewing.
Here was this bird of prey just swooping out of the sky, just knocking one shot after another.
Perkins, he puts it up, takes his own rebound, and that'll be another goaltending call against Ewing. Every basket that North Carolina has, all 4 field goals on goaltending call.
Georgetown wanted to establish itself as the intimidating, dominant team, and they were so psyched up that Patrick Ewing in that game got 5 goaltending calls.
Worthy trying to tie, rejected Ewing. That's his 5th goaltend call.
That's 10 points. That's an astonishing number, an astonishing number.
2 of these are very effective, but now we're reaching the point where you're just giving away too many points.
Ewing is going up, covering that basket, and he's a young fella, can really jump, but he is goaltending.
I was angry. 1 or 2 maybe it might have been goaltending that were close, but the rest I didn't think were.
He could have goaltended 40 shots that night, and the quality of player that North Carolina had was going to keep going at him and keep taking free two-pointers.
The best Tar Heel offense might appear to be to just throw it up and let Ewing catch it. The Tar Heels get an automatic two.
You can absolutely blame Patrick Ewing for going out and thinking that he was going to intimidate Sam Perkins, James Worthy, and Michael Jordan.
Those calls allowed them to stay close until they found their rhythm.
Out front on Floyd. Here comes Jordan down. Layup off the glass is good.
They could have won that game had Patrick not done that. So the whole team had this kind of overwrought, frenetic energy in the game. And the fact that Fred Brown was subject to it late in the game, you just can't blame one play for that.
That brings us to reason number 4, John Thompson. His strategy at 2 critical points in the game made Georgetown's struggle more difficult. One such decision, enabling Ewing's shot-blocking errors.
We later learned that John Thompson had instructed Ewing to take the goaltending in an effort to try and intimidate the Tar Heels. It didn't work.
At a certain point, maybe you have to take Patrick Ewing aside and say, hey, let's get this in place.
You can blame John Thompson for that because he told Ewing to block him. In a sense, Fred Brown didn't lose it. It was more like John Thompson losing that game.
I think some of the goaltending was an interpretation of the officials.
After Brown's turnover with 7 seconds left, Thompson made another pivotal choice. When James Worthy was fouled with 2 seconds to go, he used his last timeout before Worthy, who had converted only 2 of 5 free throws, missed twice.
He could have used it after Worthy missed the second of his free throws. Could have set something up and worked for a little better shot than Sleepy Floyd ended up with.
You've got to let your team know, well, if he misses these 2 shots, this is what we do.
We've seen so many plays in basketball that show that even with a half a second, you can get off a decent shot.
Looking inbound, loops it far up court for George, who catches it, turns around, shoots, and he got it! He hit it! He hit the shot! And the Huskies have won it! Like long pass, Bill Jenkins threw 3 for the win! Go! They throw it to the left of the floor. Leitner catches, comes down, dribbles, shoots,
The result could have been different. We had those plays, but we hadn't designed that specific play.
He takes a little criticism because of where he called the timeout. You know, maybe if he hadn't called it and waited and set up a play.
In hindsight, since I know what happened, great, I would want to take a timeout.
When we return to the top 5 reasons you can't blame Fred Brown for Georgetown losing the 1982 NCAA championship game, a future Hall of Famer takes control.
Big game James was big game James, exclamation point.
Don't like to settle? Now that any pizza at Pizza Hut is just $10, you don't have to. Any pizza, any size, any crust, and any toppings is just $10. All your favorite pizzas, any way you want them, just $10. Only at your Pizza Hut.
What happened to tequila? These days, it's all velvet ropes and posturing. I don't know about you, but when I drink it, I really like to kick back and be myself. Oops. 1800 tequila. Change the game.
Carlos Pena or Raul Ibanez?
20 seconds.
Seriously? Okay, need a big bat. Daddy needs some RBIs. Let's see. Carlos had 100, Raul had 93. Carlos is younger, but I like the sound of Raul. Raul. Definitely better to chant than Carlos. Plus, he's bald. When am I gonna lose my hair? Dude, focus. Need a big bat. Vicente Padilla.
5 pitchers in a row? Interesting.
ESPN Fantasy Baseball. Sign up for free at ESPN.com.
Nobody really likes to travel that much for work.
5-hour plane travel followed by maybe a hotel room.
What things were you going to have to get done at home, you know, with your family?
Followed by getting to the actual meeting.
And there's, of course, you know, the time lost while you're gone.
Put meetings in their place with GoToMeeting. With one click, GoToMeeting lets you hold online meetings from anywhere. Everyone in your meeting can give presentations and sales demos, edit documents, and collaborate in real time, whether on a PC or a Mac. Hold unlimited online meetings with integrated phone and VoIP conferencing for just $49 a month.
You could see somebody's idea of moving something on the screen somewhere else, and yeah, that looks way better.
It's less complicated than probably most of the activities you already do on your computer.
I saved a day's worth of travel, probably $1,000 worth of expenses. With GoToMeeting, I actually made money.
It's not only the time savings, it's what's possible now.
It's one of those tools we can't live without.
Try GoToMeeting free today. Visit GoToMeeting.com and use the promo code SPORT.
We're counting down the top 5 reasons you can't blame Fred Brown for Georgetown losing the 1982 NCAA championship game. Welcome back. Now that you've had time to digest our first 2 reasons, here's more food for thought. Reason number 3. Michael Jordan. He was the difference at both ends of the floor. With North Carolina down by a point with 32 seconds left, the team set their strategies during a timeout.
The only thing I knew we'd have is the short jump shot, and after we went through it and Michael walked down, I said, Penny, if it comes to you, knock it in.
We wasn't worried about Jordan. We were only worried about James Worthy and Sam Perkins.
Realistically, someone taking an 18-foot, 20-foot jumper, you have to live with that.
I saw Worthy going down the lane, and so I collapsed into him, and I think it was their point guard, Black, that threw the skip pass over there to Jordan.
Goes back to Michael Jordan, jumper from out on the left, good! 63-62!
It's hard to view Jordan in that context now because of what he became. But here he was, a freshman, taking the biggest shot of the game and calmly knocking it down.
Just as critical to his team's success was Jordan's vigilance on defense moments after draining his jump shot.
Fred Brown has got the ball here, and Sleepy Floyd's on the baseline, and he's getting ready to give him a chest pass. When suddenly, the Carolina defender standing just inside the foul circle on the left side takes one step to his left and blocks Brown's passing lane. Michael Jordan.
Jordan did a fabulous job and, jumping off his man into that lane.
So he did more than just make the shot to win the game. He also probably made the defensive play to win the game as well.
That brings us to reason number 2, James Worthy. The Final Four's most outstanding player answered the call by exploiting Georgetown's aggressive defense.
Worthy on Floyd for the dunk!
Worthy crashing down and getting to the glass for one-handed slams is something I'll never forget.
Gordy out on the right side. No good. Tap dunk by Worthy.
James Worthy was eating our lunch, and he had the poise. I think he made the difference.
Worthy turns around, scores!
Worthy was the guy that we were looking to stop him. I don't know that we did a good job. I guarded him a little bit, or you could call it guarding him.
Doherty away to Worthy for the dunk.
Worthy is having a spectacular final game. 13 out of 17 from the floor, 28 points.
When we threw the ball inside to James, everybody on our team was gaining more confidence and more strength because every time we threw it to James, something good happened.
We're seeing one of the greatest Carolina performances by a player, win or lose, by James Worthy I've ever witnessed.
When we return to the top 5 reasons you can't blame Fred Brown for Georgetown losing the 1982 NCAA championship game.
Had he not thrown it to James, we might not have still made the shot.
Where do you stop for expert care? For services big and small, join the 11 million drivers who turn to us, the Goodwrench experts at their Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealer. Real experts bringing you real value every day, like AC Delco front brake pads installed for $99.95 or less. Goodwrench, expert care right at your dealer.
40. See? Told you there were 40 shots in there.
But you also said there's going to be a reverse ventriloquist act here.
Excuse me, guys.
Calling all captains! Drink responsibly.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One A Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus now it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure. Whoa. Kinda makes your heart race, huh?
Now at your Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealer, get these 3 great services for only $29.95 or less after mail-in rebate. Goodwrench, expert care right at your dealer.
First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
Baseball is back. It's opening night. The captain leads the world champions into Boston to battle the Red Sox. Yankees-Red Sox, Sunday at 8 Eastern on ESPN2. Everybody watches on Sunday night.
National Debt Report. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Are you knee-deep in debt? Do you have $10,000 or more in unsecured debt?
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
I was in debt up to here. I made one easy phone call and they cut my monthly payments in half. I'm finally debt-free.
Credit card bills, medical bills, repos, any type of unsecured debt.
This is your opportunity to be debt-free.
Take back control of your life. Become completely debt-free in months.
They set me up with an affordable payment plan. So instead of paying $700 per month, I now only pay $250. They made it so easy.
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
Call now. We can lower your payments today.
This opportunity will not last. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Call 1-800-231-2076.
We're counting down the top 5 reasons you can't blame Fred Brown for Georgetown losing the 1982 NCAA championship game. Let's recap. Reason number 5, Patrick Ewing. His 5 goaltending calls led to 10 North Carolina points. Reason number 4, John Thompson. His strategies didn't pay off. Reason number 3, Michael Jordan. He made huge plays on both ends of the floor down the stretch. Reason number 2, James Worthy. His fearless play carried the Tar Heels to victory. Welcome back to the top 5 reasons you can't blame Fred Brown for Georgetown losing the 1982 NCAA championship. You've just seen reasons 5 through 2. Here is reason number 1. Georgetown was losing. Down by a point with 7 seconds left, the Hoyas were in desperate straits.
Georgetown was trailing. And that's of huge significance. It didn't mean they were going to win. It meant they had the opportunity to win.
Being down 1 with 10 seconds to go was something that the 1982 Hoyas did not experience a lot.
With the clock ticking down, to presume they'd score. To me, that is a huge assumption to be making.
Who's to know what's going to happen next? I mean, Brown might have tossed the ball to somebody who could have thrown up an air ball.
Georgetown had been involved in 2 previous one-point games that season. In each case, the Hoyas lost because they failed to execute their offense in the late stages, going 4 minutes without a field goal in one and 10 minutes in the other.
Their aggressive defense caused turnovers, and they got to go 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s. When they had to bring the ball 90 feet, they played a deliberate style on offense. And to hurry up and get a shot, that isn't how they normally played.
There's no guarantee that a Georgetown team that historically never shot particularly well was going to get off a decent shot in 7 seconds.
We can't blame Fred Brown for Georgetown losing the 82 game because we don't know what was going to happen if Fred Brown didn't throw the ball to James Worthy.
Things that happen early in the game can have as much of an impact on the game as the things that happen at the end of the game. But anybody who tries to put all the blame for them losing that game on one bad pass is really sorely, sorely misguided.
The previous season, Fred Brown tipped in a shot at the end of overtime to beat Seton Hall by a point. I don't take credit for that, Brown said at the time. Following the North Carolina game, Brown's teammates tried to remind him of his own philosophy, not taking too much credit or too much blame. I'm Brian Kenny. Thanks for watching.
Anybody could have went in a shell after that had happened and just quit, and he didn't.
The second one, I was smiling, so it was a big difference. The joy was there.
It was just like a cloud that was lifted from his shoulders over his head.
When we won, I was extremely happy for him because I knew that, in a sense, he was vindicated.
Welcome to Jim Rome Classics. I am Jim Rome, the former host of Talk 2, a show which aired from 1993 to 1995, during which I had the opportunity to speak with some of the biggest names and personalities in all of sports. Today we look back at my interview with Jerry Tarkanian from April 21st, 1994. Tark arrived at UNLV in 1973, and there was never a better match between a town and a team. Despite waging a long-running battle with the NCAA, Tarkanian led the running Rebs to 3 Final Fours, including a title in 1990. However, the Rebels' off-the-court activities inspired an NCAA investigation and led to his resignation in 1992. Here now, my interview with Jerry.